All right, started of chapter 9, 9.1, reflections. Only one new vocabulary this time, the line of reflection. This is the line that you are given or you will have to locate depending on the type of question that you've been given, and you reflect the given shape over that line the same distances away from that line to your original shape. All right, so here's draw a reflection, example 1. Okay, reflecting a figure in a line. You will need to copy the figure and the given line of the reflection, then draw the reflected image in this line using a protractor and a ruler. And don't forget, you will be given all of this information on the question. All right, so the picture, ABC, the triangle, and it tells you to draw a line through each perpendicular to line K. That will be given. Usually it's a coordinate line and things like that. And as you can see, the first thing you need to do is make sure that your lines through each vertex is perpendicular to the line given. All right, if it's not perpendicular, unfortunately your diagram will be incorrect. All right, and then all you're doing is just purely and simply measuring distances. Okay, if the distance from A to the line, let's just say it's 4, then the line to A dash, which is the image of it, must also be 4. Similarly with B, similarly with C. Once you've plotted your 3 points, then just connect it in and then you've got your reflected image. Okay, so here's question number 1, and I'm just going to do it freehand. You are given triangle CDF. And the line little a, you've got to do it. Well, obviously D dash is on the point already. That's not a problem. And don't forget, everything else must be at right angles. So you must be going at right angles through that point and right angles through F. Okay, and then you measure the distance. What is this distance? Let's just say it's 5. You need to come down 5 into your line and put C dash. And do the same with F. Let's just say that that's 2. Come down 2, put your F dash, and then join up your 3 lines, your 3 points to make your 3 lines. Okay. Okay, real life situations. I love this. The post office do this, the mailman. Where you are parking your car and you need to go to various things, and in this case it's stores, store B and store G. Where do you park the car to minimize your walking distance? So your line has got to be parallel to S, and again don't forget to draw your parallel lines to it, etc. And then you can work it out exactly where you need to park. All right, and in this case it's going to be in that parking spot there. It's brilliant. As I say, the mailman is perfect thing for the mailman. They will work out which is the minimum distance that they have to drive in their little LLVs. So here we go. This is question number 4. Similar sort of problem. Where do they need to park along the street? Point P. The friend try to stop his car to minimize the distance to Truro, and then they will have to walk to the cafe, to the car, and then to the arena entrance. Okay, first thing, draw a diagram. Okay, so you know from the cafe you need to be at 90 degrees down, so you go into, come in at this point, so whatever the distance is, it must be the same distance away as well. Okay, and from that point there, draw a line directly to the entrance of the arena through that point, so the best place to park is going to be at this point here, and that's going to be point P. All right, just simple diagrams. Make sure you get it accurate. Don't forget, like I said, the one thing you need to remember is that you must be at right angles at this point here. Okay, example 3. Again, this is your coordinate geometry. First thing you've got to do is plot the points K, L and J. All right, it's given you those 3 points, and so you've got to graph it and its image through the given line, and the given line is -4, so X is -4, so plot the line X equals -4, and everything needs to be going through, and don't forget it must be at right angles. Okay, and the same distance. And one good thing about coordinate geometry when you've got horizontal and vertical lines is you can just count. So J is on the origin line, it's at 0, 3, so you've got to go along 4 lines to get to x equals -4, so you must go 4 over to where J dash is, okay? Do the same with L, do the same with K, and then plot the points. Usually give it a different color if you can. If you're drawing in pencil, then draw your image in pen, etc., etc. You're on the iPad, so make sure you just change the pen color. It makes it a lot easier for you. All right, so here's example 3, question number 5. Y is -2. Well, that's this line that goes across here. Okay, so that's the line y equals -2. All right, so every point must be away from it at 90 degrees. I'm going to draw it in black because the original one is in blue. Okay, and again, your lines must be at right angles, so everything's going through it. Well, as you can see, B is already on that line, so now that becomes B dash. A is 2 away, so you're going to be 2 down here, so A dash is going to be here. All right. C is 4, so we've got to come 4 down, and unfortunately I'm off the graph, so that's going to where C dash is. Okay, and then all you've got to do is join up your points. And don't forget to put the little dashes next to it, all right? And here's a quick and easy way of reflecting in the X or the Y axes. If you look at where you started, your X and Y, but look what happens. Your X, it stays positive, but your Y goes to negative. Similarly, when you're reflecting in the Y-axis, you start with your original point. Now your X coordinate becomes negative, your Y coordinate becomes positive. Quick, easy. So if you use that same principle, your X and Y coordinate, you're going through the Y-axis, so your X's is going to stay positive, or it's going to be exactly the same. Your Y is going to be turning negative, while A is -5, 3. So your A dash is going to be -5, which stays the same, but now it's -3. Okay, B is 2, 0, so in other words, it's on the 0 axis of the Y, so B dash doesn't change. And C is 1, 2, so it goes to 1, -2. So all you've got to do then is plot these 3 points, which will give you your original image. And then once you've plotted your 3 points, then that gives you your reflected image.